Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop, and today we're working on the heavy wrecker. So one thing that we're doing right now is we've never flexed it out with the drive shafts in and with the shocks and everything in place. So we've got it set up here, ready to flex it out and just kind of check it out. That's close.
What do you think it's gonna feel like being in the cab and flexed that much?
So my fingertips are about 8 feet.
It's pretty tall.
Two things. One, we might have to get remote reservoirs because I don't want to add any wheel spacers. The rear's never going to flex this much. We're not going to let the rear flex this much because for a wrecker, you want the back end planted and pretty well planted to the frame with minimal body roll. The front, we want a little more articulation. I wonder, we should do this on a back wheel and see if it's different. See if we can get the front to flex out. That's not even close. The front's almost got none right now, and I think we've got some weirdness going on with the lift holding it.
Leaning against the lift.
Oh, it's picking it up right there.
Yeah.
It's not letting it flex at all. I see what's happening.
Where can you take it to flex it?
Well, the forklift is down. It blew a hydraulic hose. A rollback would do it. That's pretty high.
It's 40 inches. I'm guessing it's about 40 inches off the ground. How tall is that?
38.
38? Matt can't guess because he's got a calibrated eyeball. About 38 inches.
Did Lizzie guess that?
I guess 38.
Well, we've got problems.
Where's the problems at?
Right here.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the rollback.
It's flexed out too.
The rollback is flexed out too.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I just wanted to remind you that our Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale is still going on. We still have some of the free gifts. Every order gets a free gift until they run out, and the supplies are limited. They're almost gone, so get on there and do that. Also, I'd like to remind you that shipping is free inside the continental United States for any order over $150. And if you've been thinking about getting a mats recovery rope, right now would be the time to do it because that's going to be about $40 off just in the free shipping alone. So that's awesome. Plus, you could get a gift. This sale ends Monday at midnight. You're gonna wanna get there before then to get these amazing deals. Good morning, it is another day of working in the shop. We've already started with cleaning up the shop. We've been getting the tools organized. We've been cleaning the mess out. Hey look, there's Chris. You guys remember Chris from Easter Jeep Safari.
Ultimate Off-Road Field Trip.
You see lots of YouTubers that have gone on that, and there's YouTube videos about that, so you can check that out. So it's been crazy, but it's time to get things back in shape here at the shop. That's what we've been doing, cleaning up, kind of off camera, but you should see a difference. Like, it should look different to you. We're gonna be cleaning up out in the yard. Hefe and Lizzie are gonna be hauling some scrap cars off and getting those hauled off to the junkyard.
Okay, Lizzie, what are we doing?
We're going to dump some junk cars in the dump.
You might remember these cars. These are the ones that Heavy D pulled out of Three Falls. So we're gonna go haul them off because they've been sitting in our yard clogging up space.
Why didn't
There we go. Did you expect to sit in the tow truck all day?
Well, that seemed to work.
Too easy.
Really big news. My friend Holly is going to be racing Ultra 4 King of the Hammers this year, and they're building their race truck. It's a race Jeep, I guess. They're building that right here in town in Hurricane.
Correct.
That's crazy. So we're gonna go check it out. Chris is here to take us to look at that. Don't worry though, we are gonna be working on the wrecker here in a minute. It's gonna be like 2 minutes from now. We're gonna be on the wrecker.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, hey. It's good to see you.
Yes.
Look at this little monster.
So those of you that have been watching Holly's channel, they are thrashing on this thing. They pulled in a lot of capable people to make this get this going. We got Rudy working on a fuel cell retainer. Abe from System 7's here helping.
Abe is here. He got here yesterday.
It's the Dream Team Plus that built the giveaway Jeep.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so what are you working on today?
We're waiting on Rudy. Probably drop off, or I'll go pick up from him. The fuel cell basket.
Okay,
we
perfect.
need to mount Holly's seat. We have the seating position done. Sending tube through the firewall. Steering box. Braking system.
Easy peasy.
Easy.
All right, what's the target date for your first shakedown?
December 18th.
Sure. That's a month away.
Yeah.
Ironically, that's the first shakedown for the heavy wrecker.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I got a ride out here with Chris in his Raptors, pretty sweet truck, but I don't have a way home, so I called Jamie.
Taxi driver.
Thanks, baby. Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop. We're working on the wrecker today. I don't even know where we've left off. It's been crazy. I don't feel like I've got my feet back underneath me since before SEMA. We moved Tom down. We went to Ed's Gold Mine. Tom is actually back making one last trip from his house right now. So he's in Idaho. We don't have him for a couple days. So we're going to get as much as we can get done on this today, because tomorrow we are headed up with Fab Rats to deliver the giveaway Coronet. So if you've been following that, they built a car. Well, somebody won it. We're going to go drop it off. Yeah, like I said, I don't know where we left off, but we are stripping this down to the frame. We're doing some final welding now that we know where the drivetrain is and where everything goes. We're going to be welding in some gussets, trimming some stuff for the drive shafts and the links, all of that stuff for the final assembly. We're going to do it as quick as we can. Then we're going to get Chad Fab here. He's going to be doing all of the wiring on this. So look for that in the future. It's going to be awesome. All right, so I guess the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to get these radiators out. We're going clear down to the frame. We're pulling the motor and everything. Ta-da. Right now that we got the radiators off, we're going to be pulling the cab next.
Looking good. That one's gonna touch before this one though.
Yeah, that's the problem we need to solve. So 3 3/4, somewhere around 3 inches would be fine. I think I have a plan with this.
And how's the weather today?
The weather?
Yeah, how's the weather?
Not quite as windy as yesterday, but
Yeah.
it's still cold.
Ooh, no.
Let's weld these up. I think this is gonna work for what we need.
Trying to lift the cab off?
Yes. They're coming out a lot easier than last time. That did not go well at all. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the exhaust off. We're gonna pull the air tanks and just some other miscellaneous stuff here. Let's get after that. I love these Flowmaster HP2s. That's what we got on the Morrvair. All right, that came out quick. Let's do the
Air tanks?
Yeah, let's do the air tanks. Yo.
Just thought you should know that I've made my first trip to Orderville and back without breaking down in the Coronet. So I think we're good to go.
All right, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, I guess it's official. We have a heater and everything now.
So sometimes YouTubers set up calls to catch the story that's happening. I want you to know that this call was not set up. This was a cold call from Paul. We're leaving tomorrow morning in the Coronet, driving at like 14 hours to deliver it. And he's happy because it just drove 4 miles without breaking down. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, thanks, man. Talk to you later.
All right, see ya. Bye.
There's a slump on the bottom of it. That's probably good enough. All right, so we are running out of daylight. I have got a big, scary trip ahead of me with Fab Rats. We're gonna be leaving in the morning. I think we can just leave this here. I'm actually gonna push it out because Lizzie is gonna be doing some maintenance on the trailers while I'm out of town. And I guess that's that. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, we did get packed up. and we are on our way to Fab Rats. Hefe's actually going to drop us off, take the car back. I still don't know what to think about this. Look at me.
I'm excited.
a mess. Yeah, Jamie's like, I hope the trip doesn't go too smooth because I want it to be fun. Paul says he doesn't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. I want you to know that I believe it's a bad idea and I wouldn't miss it.
Well, if you can get it, go take the ladies up and get on the road, huh?
Let's do it.
All right, so Matt is out of town. He's delivering the Coronet to the winner with Paul and Michelle from Fab Rats, so we're gonna try and get this forklift fixed before he gets back. Old school. I don't know much about it. We're gonna see what's wrong with it. It looks like it's spraying fluid out of the steering. We're gonna take it apart and see what exactly is wrong. You wanna see if that'll come out of there, Ed? But that's a pretty good sized crack there, Ed.
Well, the other one was this thick of steel and it cracked all around it. So, it's gonna take a new one, huh?
Yep. We're gonna wash it up and tear it down a little bit more, but looks like a pretty big crack. Whole new part.
All right, we've got a quick update here. We have made it to Penguin without incident. So yeah, so far so good. I've got a good feeling about this trip. So our goal today is to make it to Boise, Idaho, but we're gonna be stopping in Burley, Idaho, meeting up with Alan from Yankum Ropes. We're going to dinner. That's the plan. All right, we are here in Payson, Utah. Things are going great.
Still Utah.
It's lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
So we just pulled up here to, where are we at? Costa Vida?
Costa Vida.
Costa Vida. We're gonna go eat some delicious lunch. So as usual, Michelle's here making a scene. If you haven't ever been out to eat, hung out with Michelle, it's an experience.
It's funner that way, right?
I didn't say it was bad.
It's funner a word. Now we
Pretty
can
good.
talk.
That's right, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Tell us the rules of the ship.
Oh, the rules of this ship? You gotta keep your hands to yourself and no whining.
You already broke those rules.
I know.
He's the captain. He makes his own rules.
Oh.
There'll be a lot more punching moving forward.
Matt is out of town, and he left me in charge of doing this job. Let me show you what it is. So, this piece of tubing metal holds our tire springs in here, and half the time it falls over. So, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna put a piece of metal right here and at the bottom, and then drill holes in it so it'll just screw in. That should work.
All right, we got a little update. We are cruising past all the gas stations. We've got a little bet going on. The loser buys lunch. Fab Rats versus MORR. I'm gonna say we're gonna make it without using the extra gas. Michelle says we're gonna use it.
We're using it.
There's a gas station back there. We just passed it.
Past 2 gas stations.
We got
That doesn't have a good track record for this kind of
we got 5 gallons in the trunk, so I'm not worried either way. And there's a chance that Michelle's buying my delicious, expensive, extravagant lunch tomorrow. Everybody's got their blankets. They got their blankets and their jackets.
Pretty cold.
So we're meeting Alan in Burley, Idaho. He's going to take us to his favorite restaurant. We've got about an hour before we get there, and the reservation is for an hour. So we can't afford.
There's a reservation on
Yeah, we can't afford to stop and get gas, Michelle. We don't have time.
We have places to be.
All right, we made it here to Burley. We're gonna be eating at the El Capo. What's this? How do you pronounce this?
We call it El Cap, but it's El Caporal.
Okay, so we're eating here at the El Cap.
It is cold. My feet aren't even working yet.
So we made it. We didn't run out of gas. We didn't freeze to death. We are here. All right, we're gonna eat some dinner, courtesy of Yankum Ropes.
They got Tapatio.
Okay, so we're in the shop today. My dad is dropping off the Coronet with Fab Rats, and I broke this trailer here, so Hefe's having me fix it, and Lizzie's gonna help. So we're trying to make these tail lights rep-proof. That's what we're doing here. So we're just gonna get after it.
How'd you hit them that high up and that wide?
There was some axles sitting out there with the tires on them. I hit the tire.
Oh.
Yeah.
You hit one side and then you turn it around and hit the other side. Yeah.
No, I only broke one side this time.
And that's why you do one single welding.
Not like this.
Okay, we finally got the lights wired up and onto the trailer. Check these things out. It's Friday afternoon after hours, so we're gonna take this back outside and park it. And that was today. I wonder how Matt's doing.
Making our way the only way we know how. That's just a little bit more than the law would allow.
He almost hit a line. Had an inch and a half to spare.
You realize he's gonna try and back that up, right?
Uh-huh.
So you better go out and help him.
Oh, boy.
All right, we are moments away from delivering this car to Doug. He's the one that won this. He's the reason for this whole trip. Anyway, this is gonna be great. The thing is, if you wanna see this car get handed off to Doug, you're gonna have to go over to Fab Rats, check it out. I don't even know what the name of the video is yet, but you'll find it because they're gonna give this car away. So today, let me show you what we got. Plan is to get this engine pulled and do some stuff. But before we can pull the engine, we've got to finish this rear mount. The stock mount right here, it's not gonna work. So luckily the guys over at Off-Road Designs have already solved this problem with this aftermarket style better mount. So that's what we're working on really quick. We're gonna get these tacked in. All right, so while Tom finishes that up, tell you what's next. We're gonna be mounting these. This is for slinging the engine out of there. They're just some adapters so that we can hook it, pull the engine out, and then we can get in there and finish welding everything, and then we're basically final assembly.
Got some wiring to do, some steering to do, some brakes to do. Just final assembly.
All right, I think we're to the point where we can push this out of the shop, lift the engine out of it. The whole drivetrain is coming out.
Do you have a place to put it?
No.
This thing is completely balanced right now on the oil pan. Transmission is up in the air. Transfer case up in the air. It's sitting entirely on the oil pan.
As long as it doesn't break the end of that off, I guess. All right, we've got this all cleaned up. We're gonna put it back in the shop and we're gonna start welding some brackets on. That's good. Okay, so Lizzie and I measured out where every single bracket is and what kind of bracket goes there a couple days ago. So we're gonna follow this legend in real life over on that. Here's some of the brackets. Here's some of the brackets. So we're gonna get all these brackets figured out and laid out, and then we'll take you to that point. All right, I just got a call, and I've got to go do it. We got another Jeep sunk in Rattlesnake. I'm leaving Tom to finish this job, so I'm going to symbolically and actually pass the torch to Tom.
All right. So I've been welding on this middle section here for a while. It's getting really hot. I'm letting the welder cool off for a few minutes, and I'll show you what I did. Down here in this belly part of the wrecker, it's a 1/4-inch plate down there on the bottom, but it's got some huge brackets attached underneath that need to be really strong. So what we're trying to do is put in a bunch of gussets or ribs or braces all in here to stiffen it up really good. So you can see there's a ton of these. I'm trying to bounce around a little bit as I weld them, like weld in different areas so nothing's warping, and it looks like it's pretty rigid. So I'm gonna bounce to some different areas right now. We got some brackets that we're gonna put in here, and then I'll get back in here into this tunnel and finish the rest of this here in the back. I've been here working all day. Matt finally decided to show up.
I did. I finally showed up.
He was out on a job at Rattlesnake or something, so I've been welding these braces in. We've probably got 3/4 of them done, but it's the end of the day. Everybody's wiped out, and it's Thanksgiving, so I think we're gonna call it a day.
Yep, I think it's time to go home. Really appreciate your patience while we work on the world's largest off-road wrecker.
You guys have a good Thanksgiving. Talk to you later.
Thanks for watching. All right, we've been getting a lot of questions about where's Trevor and where's Skeeter, and we're just gonna let you know they have both moved on. Neither one of them were fired. Everybody left on good terms. We're all friends. You're probably gonna be seeing them on the channel in the future. So out of respect for the privacy of both Trevor and Skeeter, we haven't really brought this up, but it's obvious now that you guys care deeply, and so we're just letting you know what they're up to. They're doing great. We wish them the best. We can't wait to see them. And now back to this.